We'll get going. So welcome to today's Pre-Healing Meditation Mondays. My name is Nathan Writing. I'm the founder of Rising Heart Grounded Mind, where I work to help people gain the skills, knowledge, and abilities to really root into themselves and bring forward the spiritual skills and abilities they need to really root in themselves, be empowered, and to live more fully their purpose. So I'm excited to talk to you all today and be with you today. I know it's been, at least for me, a little intense out there in the cosmic, in the world. Seems like it's like that all the time, but when we come together, there's a lot more power and support. And so I want to talk a little bit about how we're all interconnected and how we can work some energy to find more of our space and clean up some things. So today, I'm going to talk to you all a little bit about our ancestors. We all have them. You have a mother, you have a father. There was no other way you got here without them. So we owe a lot to everyone that came before us. All that they did or didn't do, all the wonderful things and all the terrible things, they all make up who we are. And we are carrying the legacy of all of that, for good or bad, bringing us opportunities and challenge, gifts, and things that we have to overcome. And so knowing that, and I've trained a lot in shamanism, about 50% of our healing issues come from through our ancestral genetic line. And so it's really important to pay attention to this part of ourselves as we try to heal ourselves and others, heal the world and others, because everything they've done is sitting in our bodies. It's in our DNA. It's in our blood. You know, we talk about our bloodlines, literally, when we talk about our ancestors. And so in the body is the codes of all that has happened, all that came before us. And this blood, this life force is being replicated and created every day in us, in our bodies, in our bones, actually. The marrow, the deep core, the deepest part of ourselves is what's creating the life force, creating the energy, creating the way in which we have the energy to go about our day and our lives. And so it's a really important part of ourselves. And this all comes from our ancestry. And this information, when we're in the womb, the information of our bodies and who we are, the information of how our bodies are formed starts in the very deepest part of our body. Well, the first part is the coccyx, this part of ourselves. This is the base of the spine. We've been talking a lot about this if you've been on these calls, it's where the root chakra sits, the tailbone. You can see it right below that black part of this image. In this coccyx, this is the part in the fetus that gets created first. The very first part of any human being is created right here. So all of the information, all of the DNA, everything is sitting right here. The core information of all the ancestry is sitting right there. And so it's a super important part of our bodies that we need to heal. It's part of why, if you don't, this is part of why I talk about embodiment. We really got to work on the root chakra. This is where it's really located, right at the base of this part of ourselves. And when you look at our bones, they look like, this is a close-up of what your bones look like. It's this like kind of cavern of different like holes and like spaces. It's mostly space than it is like any form. And, if the wind were to blow through it, it would create a sound, a vibration. And so in shamanism, they say that it's in the bones, just like I was talking about in the coccyx, where the ancestral information, the ancestral, all of the ancestral history is seated in us. And so it's a super important part of us that we're not always that aware of, and that we really need to pay attention to, which I hope we're going to go through tonight. And these bones, our bones vibrate through the whole creation. Here's this picture. It's a little kind of out there, but they respond, and there's a vibration in shamanism, and actually in Mexico, they retain the skulls of skeletons, of bones, of the very wise people, of the people that, you know, scientists, doctors, leaders, because they say that the information in those bones in the skull remains in them. And if you hold those skulls because of the bones, you can, that information can be transmitted to you. That's how powerful they say the bones are in the shamanic tradition. And so in our bones, it's almost like as our bones vibrate, just like in our ancestral tree, it's like a music. All of the discord, all of the negativity and all the positivity is all in there, creating some sort of rhythm. And what we want to do today is, what I want to do is do a meditation where we start to try to harmonize our life force, harmonize the bones, harmonize the DNA, harmonize the root of ourselves in a meditation. So again, we were talking about the root chakra a lot, but harmonizing the self and heal that in ourselves. So that's what I want to lay out for you. So I just want to invite you to go ahead and have your feet on the floor. Go ahead and take a deep breath. You breathe in, just breathe out. You can breathe out all the heavy energy. Then take another deep breath, breathe in, breathe out, and tune to the rhythms, the measure, and the movement of the universe. And then take another deep breath, breathe in, breathe out, and tune into the energy of today. Today's May 9th. And as you do that, I just want you to be aware of your body. And I want you to have a feeling of gratitude about your body, how it's gotten you here, and how it's a representation and a vehicle that is formed from all the experience of all the beings that have ever come before you. Thousands upon thousands and thousands of unknown generations before you that have come before you and given you this opportunity to have this body in this time and this space and this place. And the great opportunity is for you to have your experience. So just breathe and just allow that to sink into yourself. And just allow yourself to gently be aware of your eyes and the space behind your eyes, the space where your conscious awareness sits, where you have greater awareness of yourself, where all this external stimulation and all this all of this consciousness sits, where you're getting a lot of information from the external environment. And just allow yourself to imagine that there's a chair there, a chair for you to sit in, a chair for you to relax. And just notice the type of chair that it is, right behind your eyes. And just allow yourself to be there and take another deep breath. And then from this place, I want you to begin to visualize a connection from that tip of your spine. We just looked at that coccyx in that slide, that place right beneath where all of the information of all of our ancestors sits. And I want you to just imagine a connection from the tip of your spine being created in your mind, from that tip of your spine all the way down to the center of the planet, connecting into the core of the earth. And it could be anything that you want. It could be a tree trunk with branches grabbing onto your lower body and onto the core of the planet. It could be a beam of light. It could be anchor and chain. It could be a waterfall, a rope, a vine, whatever works for you. Just see that very real, very powerfully connecting you to the earth and reminding you of where you come from. And as you do that, the gravity of the earth begins to overtake that connection and begins to start to envelop it and begin to pull on your body. And it's also connecting into the area around 2 to 3 feet all around your body. Pulling on your body, pulling on the area around your body, pulling on all the energy and all the limits, limitations that you're holding on to. I just want you to be aware of this and start to release any of the effort, the tension in your body. The struggle and the effort is just to have a body, to be here in the physical world. And this density, this dense energy of being on planet Earth in a physical body, just begin to allow that to release. It can be heavy here. It can be challenging here. It's very different from what we are ultimately as a spirit with unlimited potential, freedom. This is a very different realm for us to be in. So just allow that effort to come out of your body and just really release and let go. And just breathe. Let all the responsibilities on your shoulders start to come off of you from today, from last week, last month. All the responsibilities you can just release, yours and those that are not yours, that are being imposed on you. Just allow yourself to really begin to release all that energy and any energy on your crown, or people want to have the knowledge, information, or want to know what you're doing here, why you're here, what's going on here. Just really begin to let that come off of you and out of you. Just really begin to release. And just begin to let go of any energy in your heart where you feel challenged or unworthy or unloved in this moment of time that we're experiencing, where there's a lot of pressure on everybody. No matter who you are, it's a challenging time, personally and collectively. And just begin to release that pressure. Any of the things that you think you should be doing or things you should be keeping up with and that you're not, and all the to-do lists that you have, I just invite you to begin to release that. And as you do this, I want you to be aware of your structure, of your physical structure, your body, in particular your bones. The part of your body where the DNA, the map, information of all your ancestors and all the people that have come before you from generations and millennia have come through. All that information is mapped there. As we're starting to come to this pivotal time in human history when there's great opportunity for evolution and change, and where it's so intense to be in a human body, we have the opportunity to release and let go of all the limitations from all the ancestors, from all the people that have come before us, from all the people that have had challenges before us, had opportunities before us, all the things that we inherited, we can begin to release and break free from, so that we can embrace this new opportunity and take our steps into this new opportunity, this new period of evolution, this new life. So just allow yourself, be aware of your coccyx. It's right there at the tip of the spine, connecting into that grounding cord that you've created with the earth. And I'm just wanting you to allow yourself to begin to release any of the limitations and the challenges that you've inherited from your ancestors that you can release right now. The earth is starting to just do all the work, just beginning to pull on you and your body. And just know that it can do this in a very powerful way. And the core of our bones is the marrow, where the blood is created. And at the core of the earth is an iron core. Just like in our blood is predominantly has a very strong iron element to it. And in that, there's a very powerful relationship between the earth and your bones and your blood, where all of your blood is created. So I just want you to ask the earth to really begin to access the marrow of your bones, the very life force, the place where the DNA is created, and begin to start to help you release and break down all of the things that your ancestors gave you that no longer are appropriate for you to have in you and your body, whether it be challenges, problems, traumas, addictions, abuse patterns, whatever it might be, just begin to start to release it. You may feel this coming out of different parts of your body, but it's really starting to come out of the core of you. The earth is really benevolently, she's coming up into you, she's connecting to you and really loving you and supporting you. We just had Mother's Day, but this is the great mother, and she only wants what's best for her children. And because she's the great mother, she's the great creator, she is the most powerful healer that we can access. And so as you're accessing this energy, this grounding energy, this gravity, this vibration, there's also this benevolent, loving energy of healing going into your coccyx and then starting to move into your bones, into your bone structure, and starting to pull out all of that negativity. So anywhere there was addiction, just begin to start letting that go. And just breathe. Give yourself, the body, the signal to just breathe. Likely in every one of our family lines, no matter how far going back, there was some sort of addiction to something. So just allow that to come out of you, and however that's impacting you right now. Just keep breathing and then allow yourself to begin to release any traumas, physical traumas or emotional traumas. Could be sexual traumas and abuse. Just begin to let that come out of you. It's all very common in our family lines and lineages. Very few people have really been able to handle the desire energy, which is in all of humanity. It usually goes astray or awry a lot of times, not always, but many times. And so just allow that to start coming out of your family line, wherever that is, coming out of your body, coming out of your bones, coming out of your system. Just breathe and release. It's a lot of energy. Wherever there's heartbreak in the family line, just really begin to start to release that. There's countless heartbreaks in our families. Deaths, premature deaths, unrequited love, divorce, lost opportunities for education, lost opportunities for immigration or travel. Whatever it is, just allow that heartbreak to start to come out of that family line and lineage. Just breathe. And just know that the great mother, the earth, she is the biggest healer of all. And she has that same connection to us in our blood, and therefore by virtue in our bones, through that iron core. And she's using that to help reorganize your energy, reorganize the ancestral DNA, reorganize your structure and makeup, pulling out of you all of these negative vibrations that you're carrying from your lineage. All of the times when, and the traumas from when you had spiritual information, you're a spiritual person. Maybe you had the ability to predict the future. You saw things. Your family saw things. Family members, ancestors did. Or they were very skilled scientists, or they had really high abilities and they were killed or persecuted. Just release all of that. Or you might have fear of going out on your own and being in your own purpose. Just really begin to start releasing all of those limitations. Just breathe. It's a lot of energy coming off of you. All the places where your ancestors might have spoken up, spoke the truth and were persecuted, spoke the truth and were maybe killed. Where are you not speaking the truth? Where is that holding you back? Just begin to let that go. Really release, breathe. All the times where You weren't allowed to have this connection to the earth and the connection to the creation, or the creation was denied, or that loving harmony with the earth wasn't available to you, how you felt devoid, how that all felt devoid in our ancestral line. Just begin to release all of that energy out of the ancestors, out of the DNA. Just breathe. And as this is happening, the makeup of your blood and your bones is starting to shift as the DNA is starting to change. From that iron core, there's a vibration coming up, up from your grounding cord into the lower part of your body, into the tip of your spine, vibrating, 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 beginning to vibrate your whole body as if it's like a tree being shaken. You have these shakers that shake almonds off the almond trees. And it's like your body is like a tree and it's shaking off all the limitations. And it's just pulling the gravities, pulling all of those limitations from your ancestors off of you, all off your head, all off your shoulders, out of your heart, out of your lower body, out of your legs, wherever your ancestors couldn't find their ground, connect to the earth, wherever they got too out of control in their cosmic energy, too out of body, all of that is just starting to come out of you. Just breathe. And because these bodies are made of the earth, all of that record, all of that memory, all of every body that has ever walked this earth has had a body made from the elements of the earth. And this great mother, the earth, has the record within her, the memory, just like we have body memory in ourselves, she has earth memory in her, in the ground, in her being, of every being and every life that has ever walked the earth. And she's bringing forth a new creation and this new opportunity, one where there's less suffering, one where there's more joy, one where there's more creating, one where there's more freedom, one that there's more awareness and consciousness, where there's more harmony, and one where there's more peace. And she's beginning to move up through that grounding cord into your body. She's beginning to vibrate the tip of your spine, like she was shaking all the negativity off, beginning to move a vibration up into your body, and it's beginning to reshape your bones and reshape the blood. And you can start to feel that at the base of your spine, the root, starting to vibrate more and more and more, going up your spine. Your spine is almost like an antenna. It can focus your body to the frequencies, the love, the support, the joy of the universe. Because this earth, she is completely loving lady, loving all of her creation. All life comes through the feminine form. And she is ascending through you and emerging more and more through you. And she's vibrating your whole body, all of the energy of your whole body at the right relationship and balance and harmony between the masculine and the feminine in all of your ancestry. So all of your ancestry from now through all time, for every single body is beginning to vibrate and change at the right frequency and vibration and harmony between the masculine and the feminine in all the family lines and in all the bone structure and all the parts of you in your body. It's going up all of your body, all the way up to your crown, beginning to vibrate up your crown, beginning to signal to the universe that the earth is getting ready to become more and more into balance through your frequency, through your vibration. And as this happens, it's retraining your bones and your blood and all the DNA, all of your body to create a more harmonic, rhythmic, beautiful, vibrational sound of the universe, your own individual song to the universe, your song of creation, your unique song to the creator to all life. You're bringing this form up as the earth is continuing to heal you and bring this vibration into you, bringing you into a place of greater ascendancy. You're helping the earth ascend as you're ascending. As this vibration is going higher, 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 more and more and more, and more of the negativity, more of the challenges, problems, and the things you inherited from your family just starting to come off of you. And what's happening is so much room is being created that any of the corruption that came at the beginning that has limited humanity as a collective is starting to come out of your root, out of the coccyx, out of the base of your body. And it's coming out like a parasite that would live off of humanity that's created so many problems, and it's starting to come out of you and out of your entire lineage, if there's any there at all. Whether it's in you or whether it's in previous generations, all of that is starting to come out as you're vibrating higher and higher, higher and higher, as the bones are vibrating and they're creating this harmonic music, this music of love and rejoicing, this music of harmony and peace for you and all of your ancestors and all of humanity. And as this starts to really begin to get more and more and more in your body, this vibration, you're releasing more and more of that negativity. It's coming out of your heart, it's coming out of your throat, it's coming out of your head. All of the limitations from the generations from before are starting to come out of you. All of the grief and the pain and the sorrow deep in your core can now start to flow out of you. All of that heartbreak that you've been feeling just begin to start coming out of your heart. All of the blockages in your circulatory system, where it's sluggish or slow, is just starting to open up and release. In your lymphatic system, in your digestive system, in your circulatory system, in your nervous system, in your skin, in your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your hearing, smelling, seeing. All your senses are becoming bigger and more enlivened and more aware. You're getting more and more room and space in your body. You're feeling taller and more supported. Now, as this happens, and all these limitations are starting to come out of you, now the cosmic energy, the great father energy, that great light of yours, the plan and blueprint from your life is starting to come into more clarity and consciousness in you. And you can look up from that point in the center of your head at that star, at that light of that cosmic energy, and just start calling back all of your energy. It's becoming like a big star, a big, beautiful sun above your crown, calling all of your energy back. And within that is the blueprint and the map of your life, all that you've decided to accomplish and all that you've decided to do. And by being here at this time, you agreed to begin to bring back to humanity its wholeness, its consciousness, instead of being separated, more one, more in a unity. And as it starts coming in together in that big golden sun, all that information is in there, and it's starting for you personally and for the humanity collectively. And it's starting to come into your crown, filling up your head, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, into your throat, filling up your shoulders, your heart, into your lungs and chest, all of your systems and bones, really filling up those bones. Really giving the bones this energy of love and light, intelligence, down into your back, into your heart, down into your stomach, down into your digestive area, all the way down to your sexual area, down into that coccyx, really filling that in completely, every cell in your body, all the bones, all the blood, all the tissues, all the way down into the sacral floor, down into the legs, down into the knees, all the way down to the feet, out the hands, out the legs, filling you up, the space all around you, above and below you, the left and right of you, the front and back of you, all around you, filling you up, helping you feel complete and whole. And that energy will continue with you and sustain you. The great mother of this world, she's helping support you and will continue to do so. You can say hello to her. And when you feel totally complete and filled up, you can open your eyes and you can stretch and you can come on out of trance. So I hope you enjoyed that. Just briefly, like last time, if you want to do more of these meditations, I post them each week on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. You're welcome to go there, and I will post this one up if you want to do this again. So please go there and subscribe. This is a really important announcement. If you like what I'm doing here today, I'm going to build on all of these tools in my beginning clairvoyant tools class starting on June 11th. This is a really important foundational class for all that you can learn in this system of clairvoyant healing. And it's a requirement for this year-long clairvoyant healing program that I'm going to be starting in July. So if you are at all interested in this in any way, I really encourage you to come talk to me or sign up for the beginning clairvoyant tools class if you haven't. And if you've already taken it, you should sign up for the year-long course. A year is going to go by and you're going to be in a different place, but I guarantee if you take this class, you'll be a different person. You'll like yourself more. You'll be a more empowered person. You will learn things that will make all the difference. So I just encourage you to consider all of that. And if not, you can just always come here every Monday and get a healing in this meditation in this space. So I really appreciate you being here with me, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you here another time. And I can only keep doing this if more and more people come. So please invite your friends. It makes this work grow and shares the healing. So I hope you have a great evening, and I look forward to seeing you again.